And here we are back in the city, where the first thing that comes to mind is a colony monument is available. I know, I built the colony. But with the founding of our colony in Lorien, our city's influence is spreading. You can now celebrate our city's successful expansion by building a commemorative monument. And I believe I will probably put this somewhere over here. So what's changed? Well, there's Lorien, approximately 50 kilometres away from Athens, if Wikipedia is anything to go by. Now, let's say that interesting fact that I put in the description of the last video. If in case you didn't read it, I'll tell you now. That the Lorien mines were last functional in 1978 AD, which is remarkable. Something about they were lasted until the sulfur dioxide there was no longer profitable, and then they shut down. Which I guess is fair enough. So what I really want to do, having looked into housing blocks and just housing blocks in general, I'm going to cut this down to size, perhaps about there. Stick in, I don't think I can, there's not enough appeal there to actually build the house, but I will put a road there. As in a road there. And that should make oh, thank you. 6 baskets fish. 1 fish has been left. 1400 drachmas. There's always room for drachmas. I'll find some room for. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! What was that last one? I'm gonna get rid of the destroying tool. 6 baskets accepted. Partial acceptance. 4 skins of fleet. Yeah, that's fine. I can deal with that. Anyway, yeah, that's going to be more efficient because at least these people will be able to get access to culture now. Whereas I think the philosophers weren't walking as far as they ought to. I also want to redo this, but that's going to be a bit of a challenge. I want to cut it off around about there and perhaps turn it into 2 housing blocks. Let's stick another one here, but that's also for another time. Since we're no longer invading people at the moment, I am going to turn the trireme off when it gets back. And what else am I going to do? I've decided that since I can now get bronze from Lorien, I am going to buy said bronze, build some statues, or some sculptures even, and I will build a sanctuary to Hermes. I will put it here. Nice. That should use up some marble. Oh, come on, Sparta, I haven't done anything yet. You've disgusted me, by Jingo. I, Brasidas of Sparta, no longer wish to trade with you. Huh. Let's see if I care. So what can I do? I know that I can import some grapes now. Oh no, they buy grapes. I'll see what happens. There's stuff to happen, but I've got to play the game for it in order for it to happen. Which is novel, I know. But I want to just get. I want to build stuff. I want stuff to happen.
Unrest in the city?
Shut your mouth.
Things are peaceful here.
Huh. So if he's making excuses that there's not enough room for fleece, I can certainly fix that with a... Oh, thank you. Greetings, my Jingo. I, Timocrian of Delos, want to be in league with you. A Delian league, if you will. I've decided to become your ally to mark the occasion. I've decided to become... Is it not some kind of agreement? To mark the occasion, I've presented you with a commemorative monument that you can place in your city. Well, thank you. You actually sell grapes and you sell fish and you buy marble and you buy olive oil, which is lovely. How much wood have we got? Quite a bit of wood, but Knossos I think sends some. What's a weird animation? They're all clumped together. As I understand it, I do need quite... I need some workers. You know, it's a weird thing. Having been away from the city for so long, by so long I mean like a day, I've kind of got out of the groove of what's currently happening. It's taken a bit of a while to come back to it. But as the game keeps rolling on, I'm sure it'll come to mind. But yeah, plan of action. I am going to build a trading post to Lorien. Here. I'm going to buy some bronze. Could also use that bronze to fashion weapons, I suppose, but that's a bit crude. Oh, great by Jingo, please help me through this. Due to a recent fire in our city, all the wine's burnt down. I mean, I'm going to regret this, but I'm feeling quite flush with cash now. On account of the fact that I've been minting a lot of money, a lot of coins. The best kind of wealth creation. Employees are needed. Good. But I'm going to have a couple of sculpture studios just here. And a warehouse that holds nothing but sculptures. I only need 2 for Hermes Refuge, and I've got the wood and I've got the marble, so I just think, why not? It'll stop these people bothering me from asking me to give them stuff. But what I am worried about is that Hermes will give people things that I don't want him to. So, Spartans, for instance, who just won't stop bugging me about olive oil. And are being thoroughly unhelpful. I don't particularly want to give them anything, but, you know, I'd have to. But what I might do, then, since it's a bit of a quiet period at the moment. Ooh, Eritrea sells more grapes. I didn't know you could sell them before. Where is Eritrea? There they are. Sells grapes and wine. I've already got a trading post for Eritrea. No, I haven't. So what I will do then is, since this is rapidly becoming the commercial district, build a trading post there, import some grapes, and convert said grapes into wine. You can accept 6 sculptures and 12 wine, and hopefully the chap whose job it is to get the wine up here will do the legwork, which is fine because that won't interrupt the processing of the winery. With the expansion of the workforce, we're going to need a new housing block, which I will make look nice. So I wrote down the proportions I want to be in terms of, because you're a kind master and sent 7 and 4 of wine to my city, I think I'm a kind master. You could do a lot worse than being under my rule. But I think if we put 36 by 72, that produces the right sizing housing block that I saw on, I think, I keep forgetting the site it's on, but it's, I think it's Heaven Games, it's Zeus Haven, or Zeus Heaven. Which is funny because it's a game about Master of Olympus. But on there's all kind of strategies on the most optimal housing block. And one really took my fancy. It's by, God, I can't remember his name now. Well, you'll see it on there. Neo Caesar or something like that. Old as the Hills. Because the game itself is as old as the hills. But there's strategy on there, and it goes into the ins and outs of how many, how much food do people actually produce and eat, and how many. Really go into the ooh, I don't know if that's good news or not. It sounds expensive. I've changed my tune since last episode when I was desperately buying any olive oil that came in from anywhere. Do I have a trading post to Olympia? No, well, good news. I do now. Perhaps I'll have to stick it here. But on the other hand, I'm not doing any processing, so I'm going to stick that there. And you're just set to bankrupt me by bringing in any amount of olive oil. Because the stuff's precious, you know, and I could probably stop hoarding it now. To that end, I am going to... I might... let the paupers have some olive oil, but I am quite reluctant because it's expensive stuff, and I'm not going to get the income back through taxation because look at them living in hovels.
My advice to you is get married. If you find a good wife,
You still out there and then have this in like that. You've got a nice bit of housing, and unlike this, there's a little bit of width there that allows for a 3x3 commemorative monument, say, since it is a colony monument. This is like a colony from the main city. I guess a suburb, if you will. I will in time move the walls out, but that sounds expensive, so I'm not going to do that for the time being. I'm also going to move this so it's actually more like a crossroads, because it kind of looks better, and it's also safer. These kind of crossroads are a lot safer when you're driving than ones where there's two intersections. Sardis conquers Delos. What horrible news, by Jingo! Our Persian rival Sardis has conquered Delos, one of our cherished allies. Sardis has severed all normal contact between us and Delos. We will no longer be able to trade with them. And now is a good time to tell the Spartans to sod off, because you won't help me, so I'm not giving you olive oil. But it's a good job I wasn't overly dependent on them. I would have quite liked their fish and grapes, though. Still, it's going to take a while to conquer them because they have 4 shields? Not as well as Sardis, who have multiple shields. They've got all the shields. Well, I don't know if you can get heroes on this. I'd quite like some heroes to help bolster up my otherwise rather lacking army. And why haven't they got any fleece? Too distant. Why haven't you got any fleece? Is it worth it? So if I set that to get 8 and get 8, then you've got some armour and you've got your olive oil. And that's everything that the posh housing needs. That's everything that the poor housing needs, and you can hopefully take the supplies from over here. I'm also desperate to move people in because I've realised that I'm paying these people a lot of money. I don't want to do that. So we'll start with food. Wait a while, see how the situation transpires. Because I've also picked this up. Because what I used to do with these games is just immediately bring in all the goods and make the housing estates as good as you can, as fast as you can. It's not always a good idea because it leads to teething problems with the city growing too quickly. But a more managed approach is what's needed in these hectic times with all the exciting stuff going on in Persia and whatnot, Persian War and such like. But as for other people, what's more important is housing block efficiency. So I want to have a podium, but I don't know quite where. Perhaps there. And a gym next door. And we just let time roll forward, and we see what happens. Well, I've got a lot less money. That's because I've bought that olive oil. I have a feeling that might happen. Bought some grapes as well. Bought some bronze. Basically, I bought everything. So how much marble do I have in stock? 23. Not quite enough. But the end of the year is coming up. And in fact, if we have a temporary workshop here that just stores marble and wood, we'll make sure the vassals don't get out of it scot-free. Of course, I could always bully them for materials. What I can't do is buy anything, because Athens, of course, has no means of actually sustaining itself. Excuse me, that was my 10 o'clock alarm. As I like to colloquially call it, the bedtime alarm. It's sort of there to remind me it's 10 o'clock, probably ought to start thinking about going to bed. But what I'm doing instead is I am playing a game on a blue lit screen monitor while drinking tea. I'm going to wonder why I won't be able to go to sleep tonight. Still, this is important. Extra room for 16. Can I put wages down yet? The answer is no. I really want to, though. So the end of the year is coming up. It's good news. Oh, I might actually, before the end of the year does come up, I might put a secondary granary in. Here. Might be too late, actually. I'll take your drachmas, I'll take your 6 baskets of fish, your 400 drachma, 8 slabs of marble, 6 sheaves of wheat, 4 skeins of fleece. Ah, 2 got left behind. And with that, I'm just short of 4 marble and 2 wood. I mean, I guess I could pay for them. What am I talking about? I'm not going to pay for them. I might demand them and then sell off the excess. But Odysseus has only just started liking me, and I can't actually do anything to make him like me in return. I guess I could give him some olive oil. That's right out. It's weird, I feel like I ought to be doing so. Oh, I've just forgotten. Well, that's weird, I don't know what happened there. I've got this open in windowed mode. Occasionally I'll click out of the gaming window and it'll just pause it temporarily. But hopefully that's not caused too much of a hiccup. For instance, putting my voice out of sync. That'd be horrendous. I think Corinth are useful in this scenario. I don't want to, but I will actually help them. Ooh. It's down to only 3 shields. That's really difficult. I'm having to get really close to the screen to count how many shields there are. I wonder if I could take them on and what it would take. I don't really have an idea of how many troops you need to take on in order to defeat different strength cities. Because usually when I go into it, I usually go in with overwhelming force. Whoa! Knew I'd forgotten something. That'll teach me, too busy talking. Was that a fountain? Could you not have used water from the fountain to put the fire out? So I was getting a bit distracted there. I perhaps should have just focused on one thing at a time. Oh, we need some law and order, that'll do. Yeah. Tell you what, the fire animations look better than they did in Pharaoh. I do like this thing where it gives you a little bit of a grace period. And despite everything, everybody's happy. What I was saying, yeah, the trouble with this is I feel like because I need to be doing something, something usually involves spending money. Like 25 drachma on an avenue. Ooh, that's pricey. But hopefully, Oh, come on. I'm spending money on you people. Have a victory monument. Just to remind you of yeah, what your purpose is in this city. Well, the damage wasn't too bad. I'll just leave that to just do its own thing. I don't think common housing needs anything else, does it? Does it need theatre access? Maybe for the higher levels. So what does that? So what does it look like? Not too bad, considering I've been buying an awful lot of stuff. Going through regards more highly. Well, you can't put a price on being liked, I guess. Well, I can. It was what, eight vats of olive oil. How much that costs? Yeesh. And I was comparing this to because in my downtime I had a bit of a mosey around in the Thebes scenario, like Adventure 1, and making comparisons with this. And it's so much easier, not least because you get a choice of buildings. Like you can farm straight away, and you've got an abundance of food, and you can trade for oil, and you can. Like you're at no risk of running out of money because it's just coming in hand over fist. You can set up trading routes, and you can produce everything yourself and sell it on. A bit challengeless, to be honest. Whereas this is yeah, real. It did say it was a challenging 8 episodes and very long as well. So settle in, we're in for a long haul. But this it's just cheese, and of course it's cheese and nobody wants it. So you're having to do lots of wheeling and dealing in order to keep the city. I am not going to give you. I'll take 4. You're having to rely on really unreliable sources of goods. Like every once in a while somebody will throw you a bone and give you some olive oil, but you can't afford to buy it yourself. Sort of. Well, our taxation income is coming in now, which is helping. You know what I was saying, how the budget was looking alright. Somewhere down the line I lost 3,000. Oh, I am not doing well this evening. Fortunately, I think it was empty. And largely unnecessary. He wants some... I don't care. Military decline at Sardis. They are gone from being incredibly strong to just very, very strong. Certainly not something I'm going to consider for the time being. I think one of the things about this scenario is it seems a little bit aimless at the moment. Whereas in previous ones, it was like, get a certain number of goods, or you do need to support 3 triremes. I can do that. Or get a hero, and that hero in themselves have some tasks associated with it. This one is a bit open-ended, and I wouldn't mind having a hero because they do fight really well. I can't fit another trireme there. I'm going to have to go across the river and have 2 triremes there, or any number of triremes there. What are you waiting for? Ah! I wonder why it was all taking so long. Now I actually have unemployment. No, we don't. That was easy. So somebody somewhere does buy sculptures. I think it's, yeah, that was his Plataea. And that's another land route. Makes things nice and easy. So trading post Plataea I'm going to build there, just because it looks a little bit better to have all the trading posts next to each other. Sell 2, but remember that we still need 2 to do the construction here. So I'm having to do quite a lot of wheeling deal, like buying stuff from elsewhere, manufacturing it, then selling it. But I couldn't even do that for the first couple of scenarios, if you recall, because there was no industry to be done. Where's he going with them grapes? Where are you going with them grapes? I'm intrigued. Huh. Unless they're stored in here. Oh. I did not know that. Right, that can take excess wood, can't it? Because I've got a horrible feeling that he's going to shirk on his duties. The chap that's provided me with that. I also want a warehouse to store excess fleece. Because Odysseus is getting away with not paying their fair share. Their fair share being, you know, whatever I want it to be. I'm also going to turn off buying fleece for the time being until we run through our stockpile. Because all that money that I started with, that 7,000 drachmas, has dwindled down to 997. Thank you. Lovely. Great. Smashing. Clean sweep, I think. What are we waiting for? 28 slabs of marble. And I have 28. 6 of wood. Need 12. Although there are some in transit. How many have you got? 4. I'm still short by 2. The sooner I get this thing set up, the better. I think Corinth is useful for selling fleece. He will buy marble, which will be useful when the sanctuary is completed, because then I can just sell the marble that, what's it called, Odysseus sends me, and just make some money off of it. Right, I need some workers. I need lots of workers. I don't want to spend too much money as well, so I'm going to instead just let these people have some fleece rather than spend money on whatever this is. Beautification. Huh. Well, at least Corinth likes me. Helpful. In fact, if you're so helpful, why don't you give me some fleece? I mean, it's not the greatest expenditure in the world, but it is one I'd rather not make. You do make a lot of it, so give me some. How's that coming along? Smashing. In fact, I'm going to up the speed just a little bit. Maybe not that much. It's a reasonably healthy army. What does it need? More culture. You can't do it, I've not got a stadium. And you've got actors, athletes, philosophers. Should I be able to take him on with that? Alright. Trouble is that all my vassals are pretty weak as well, so it's not like I can call anybody in to help me. Lorien's pretty poor. Although they do match them, almost, 2 shields to 3. Or is that 4? No, that's 3. So I guess I could bring in Lorien, apologise for it afterwards, because that's going to upset him. I have 2 hoplites? That doesn't seem like enough to me. I guess if I sent in a couple more triremes, they might add something to the mix. That's coming on smashing, that says. Short on marble. Short on wood. Let's get rid of that. Let's get the reserves now. Lovely. More skeins of fleece. I'm all about skeins of fleece. Stop selling sculptures. That's probably what I need there. I was worried that might happen. No, no problem. At least it's not costing me so much money now. That's why I was importing it directly. In fact, I'm actually making money at the moment. Look at that. The budget surplus. It might be worth, since I can't go for quality, just going for quantity. Ooh. That armour's very welcome. It's perfectly high appeal. It's lovely land. But if you need convincing, here's a happiness monument. And a fish pond. Lovely. That's half my exchequer gone. I was talking about my financial prudence not 2 minutes ago. More culture venues. What are you missing? As in, what have they got that you haven't? We've got athletes, philosophers. That's better. I don't know what starts in a bit glitchy to me. Unless I was looking at it wrong. So I'm going to upgrade these houses so that I have a few more troops. I might try and invade him. What's the worst that could happen? And I'll also use this time to build a bridge across the river somewhere. I'm not a big fan of the river crossings in this game. It just seems a bit basic compared to the ferries of Pharaoh, and indeed Emperor. Lovely, good, great. I think everybody paid up again. Do that there. I'm not going to include that on this chap's patrol route because that might just be a little bit much. I'm surprised that's not collapsed in a heap. What's the job situation? Healthy. Healthy 7% unemployment. And you are healthy. Why don't you have another victory monument? That's odd. Well, I thought Delos didn't like me. He's apathetic. I might just have to use that money to invade him. I mean, it's a bit rough, but I do have to invade him. Oh, come on. I was using you as a... Well, you don't do anything for me now. I mean, what's he possibly doing with the bronze? I couldn't think of anything to do with the bronze when I was there. And don't tell me there's no bronze. There's loads of bronze. I do want a lot more workers because I'm going to... Oh, Olympia loves me. What can you do for me then? You could give me some olive oil. That would go down well. Right, so we're going to stop buying olive oil for the time being. You accept additional olive oil. And Olympia, since you like me so much, you can give me some olive oil. Now, I need to support 3 triremes. Might build one and see how we get on. If I build that there, I can build another one there. Lovely. Oof. And to that end, I will give these people olive oil. And what I want to do with this is I might just shorten it. Thank you. Lovely. But I can't just shorten it because I need to whiten it as well. Because the comment on the first video in this was about how this was too long. What was it on this one? Somebody commented on one of my videos at some point on the size of my housing blocks. And it wasn't complimentary, my word. No, but it was... Yeah, it's just this is too long. The walkers can't do a continuous circuit reliably. So what I'll end up is, unless I build 2 fountains, at some point these people are going to become parched. Which is very inefficient. But also you've got the thing in the middle, right? There's no way you can put a commemorative monument in the middle there like that, which is a really efficient way of getting the desirability up. And I could start by saying... There's something I might do when I send the invasion force out to Sardis, because that'll mean like the end of the scenario, and that's the time to start pottering around and making life easier for yourself for the next scenario, which is also something I've not been doing this this adventure. Also, this part, I think I've done the avenues here wrong. That zigzagging they're having to do. Lovely, great, smashing. Another clean sweep. Everybody pays up. And that means I've probably got enough... Oh no, I haven't. Knossos, you're loyal enough. Does anybody else provide wood? Is it just Knossos? So far as I can tell, there's no easy way of checking exactly who provides what. Knossos, can you give me some more wood? I'm getting fed up of waiting. I'm pretty sure it's the only thing I'm waiting for now. We've got plenty of marble. In fact, I could just buy the stuff, couldn't I? It's probably do my reputation no end of good if I was to actually pay for the stuff that I use. But looking at that budget, I'm blimey, I've not spent anything this year. I've got back up to 8,000, but that's only by basically begging, borrowing, and stealing. Ugh. So I mean, there's another cart that's going the opposite way. I can't help but feel that they didn't think that one through. If you'd have put 6 wood in that one, you'd have saved both of you quite a bit of journey time. Well, perhaps that's the idea. And now we just need 4 slabs of marble, which are on the way now. And then watch as nobody requests anything ever again. Well, that full employment, 0 workers needed. I might have to wreck that at some point. Oh, go on then. My wine stocks seem fairly robust. Lovely. Thank you to the messenger. Messenger Zeus. Hermes is finished. The quickness that is Hermes' special gift to you will now be your cities. Deliverymen, trade caravans, and trade ships will move at a quicker pace, and traders will come to your city more of. I missed the last bit. And more traders will come to your city every year. But that does take 42 or 45 employees, which is rather spoil the whole perfect balance I had going on. Neutral appeal. Fine. Have a hedge maze there, and a gazebo there, and some gardens around either side. It might be time, in fact, to give the plebs access to theatres. I'm turning my back on you, by Jingo. I, Brasidas of Sparta, have decided that being your ally just isn't as lucrative as being your rival. If we meet again, I assure you it won't be pleasant. Well, to be honest, you've not really given me much, have you? Postpone that thought, because I am actually getting through. So I'll open that up to just a little bit of armour. I don't mind you losing 1 or 2 here and there, but it soon adds up because it's expensive stuff, armour is. I think it's like 140 drachma or something. I wonder if this will tell me. 200! Oh my neck. That's got to cost me. There we go. Me and Olympia have got this going on. Best buds. So let's stick. Yeah, what I was doing, I was giving the plebs access to the theatre. It's dangerous, but living life on the edge. They'll probably want a drama school to train people up in. I'll put that here, and this time remember to put a... well, it's more a case of changing that person's route so that they actually include this bit, I think. See, he doesn't have enough food. That's a problem. That's really cropped up on me. Let's buy some wheat. Yeah. Oh, and who sells carrots? Platea. I'm going to buy some carrots off of you. That brings us up to 2,400. And it's always nice to have a bit of excess. And it's always good to get the cheese industry up and running. All the more in the pocket of the cheese industry. More cheese for everybody. Huh. There we go, crisis averted. Nobody starved just yet. That's nice. God, I hope I've got a tax collector there. There he is.
There was never a genius without a tincture of
Still got a very high wage rate, and that's upsetting me greatly. What's your problem? Oh, come on. Look, have a couple of benches. Have one that side as well. See, he likes it. I don't want to spend any more on another commemorative monument. I mean, I know there's a lot of them, but they are finite. I think another posh house will do the world of good. Another one there, another one there. I'm actually making some money now. My oil stocks are lasting quite well. Can't see much in the way of... Ooh! Horrors by Jingo! Because I want more land to call our own, and now we rival Greeks, a precedent leader of Sparta is approaching. Now this isn't in the history books. I don't remember this. I'll probably have to start buying some fleece again. It looks like we're running out. How strong is Sparta? I've only got 2 shields. I could conquer them if I felt so inclined. Now they've jumped the gun a bit here, Sparta. They're not supposed to do this for another 300, at least another 300 years. They're supposed to be helping me against the Persians, not helping the Persians against me. What are you missing? Yeah, that was a mistake. Can anybody give me some fleece? Oh, come on, Knossos, it's not that bad. Thermopylae I can. But not a great deal. Still, not a great deal is better than none at all, so give me some fleece. I'll make it worth your while. I'm not quite sure how. I'll make it up to you. Oh, oh dear.
Please let me fulfill an outstanding request.
Lorien begs for food. There we go. Hermes is already pulling his weight. Oof. Oh, that's painful. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That's cost him a penny pinching. Fortunately, the shortage hasn't quite reached the posh housing yet. Otherwise, I would be in trouble. Wait, come back! Don't wander off. You've got your houses back now. I'm not paying 4,750 drachmas. Let's do this. Thank you. What? What? Where are they? You can't come into the map there. I can't see you for a start. Whoa, whoa. Whoa. There's a chance. Don't crew the. Don't need to crew the triremes just yet. Presumably, I throw the rabble at him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They get in the way while the professional troops turn up to finish the job. Oi! Oi! Actually, I'm rather glad Theseus demanded that wall now. Although I do wish I'd made it thicker. I can't see what's going on. Hey, don't do that. It's expensive. Also, there's quite a few of them. Perhaps I should have paid them off. Oi! Just basically mobbing them at the moment. Hermes!
Morning constitutional. It's the best way to keep in shape.
Never mind about your morning constitutional. Help me! Where's Theseus? I want to fight off Spartans here. With a rabble. I mean, they're doing a reasonable job. They are not doing a bad job, actually. Oh no, they've got their own rabble doing it now. Right, where's my the top troops? They're marching in slowly. Perhaps I should have given him some. I'm thinking now that perhaps I should have given him some olive oil. Still. Well, at least he dropped off his grapes before he got killed by Spartans. Oh my lord, he's got some cavalry there as well. Oh boy. Oh, this is not going well. I might need to call in some more rabble for this. Throw wave after wave of my own men at them. Let's do a Zap Brannigan on this. I mean, I can see some of their units going down, but the trouble is I can see some of ours going down as well. Ah, here we go. Here come the cavalry. The cavalry the cavalry is theirs, so I don't want to see the cavalry, but the metaphorical. Here comes the metaphorical cavalry. I can't tell if we're winning this or not. He's still got quite a few horsemen, which make him a bit nervous. But I've still got a lot of men to throw at him. I really can't tell what's going on. Why do you take out that rabble? I think we've got the upper edge of this. A bit touch and go though. I mean, if this is what 2 shields look like, I'm going to have a hard time against the 6 shields of Sardis. Huh, I guess I will take some armor. I'll be needing it after this. I think we've got this. I think we can call this. Particularly if he's going to spend his time just knocking down walls. Oh, well, he's spending his time well, taking out my. I guess he's like the oil vendor. Right, I think I've been so mean to the Spartans, it's actually broken the game files. This isn't supposed to happen. I'm fairly sure this isn't supposed to happen. I thought this was pretty much scripted, the diplomacy in this game, but evidently not. Right, I think he's running away. Well, I'll tell you what, it's tougher than anything the Minoans sent my way. Right, it can stick a fork in because it's done. Come on, you can give up now. You can probably go home. You can send the rabble home because I need them to keep my... One chap left. Oh. I didn't send 6 crates of food, but Hermes did. But I'll take the credit. What was that? City is saved. Greek forces from Sparta have been thwarted by our brave soldiers. You can now build a commemorative monument.
Our journey was long and arduous.
Whew. Right, everybody home. That was hard work. I did not appreciate that. Actually, I've got my military prepped up to just the right amount, I guess. Oh, there's still some fighting going on. I mean, it is close to enemy troops, but it's dead enemy troops. Right, what are you short of? Right, emergency measures. I'm going to have oil for everybody. And just see where it takes me, because I'm getting chronic shortages here. And it's labour shortages. And the wage bill's just huge. I don't know what to deal with that. Whew. That wouldn't be a bad place to end the video actually, but I want to do this while it's on my mind. You need beautifying. I will actually beautify you. And then I will knock your house down later. Housing for 775 more people. actually not that short of workers. I thought it'd be a lot worse than that, what with all the people, all the working population dying in battle. That is leading me to question whether I can actually take on Delos. But yeah, what I'll do is I'll thicken these walls up and I'll put a few towers in. That's not happening again. In fact, while I'm here, I'll extend it to include this new housing block. As expensive as it may be, I'm feeling rather flush with cash now, and I'm not sure. Oh, I know how I've got the cash, by scrimping on the fleece, which causes problems to begin with. Oh, that's just in the wrong place. Yeah, do with that. It's easier than trying to move that warehouse full of goods. Right, well, I'm not letting that happen again. And Lorien is paying for it. Wait, somebody got away with not paying tribute then. Oh wait, Knossos, I need my wheat. Oh yeah, I need to finish the wall off. Stick another gatehouse there, and then the wall to come across there, and then we knock this inner wall through. And then because I apparently have more money than when I started, somehow, we'll put some towers in. Do I have the men for it? Yes. Well, thank you. Don't know why they keep on giving me money. We're rivals. We're the same diplomatic position as Sparta, and they feel the same about me, but one invades me, one gives me money. I also want to get a third trireme on the go, but I also want to sell... Since I've paid a lot to keep the trade route to Corinth open, I may as well make use of it and export the marble. Yeah, you can sell it all now. I mean, the industry's not going to last because... Oh, wait up. Lorien is trading bronze. I thought you told me we weren't doing it anymore. Perhaps I must have heard me moaning. I swear somebody told Corinth. Oh. Perhaps I ought to conquer Corinth. I was going to sell them marble. What am I supposed to do with that marble now? There's loads of the stuff. Oh, come on, Lorien. I was just singing your praises. Okay, so that's about the most I can get for 2 triremes. I'll get a third trireme, sail over to Delos, try and take it. If it works, I know I'm going in the right direction. And if it doesn't, I'll know I'm going the wrong direction. It's easy, isn't it? I've got wood. I should have wood anyway.
Please let me fulfill an outstanding request.
Oh, cheers, Hermes. Nice one. Can I put a pier there? I can. And I will. I can't believe all the wood's gone though. Thank you. Well, I don't need a great deal, I only need 200. But it's worth having a stockpile, I guess. Right, what am I going to do about this? 'Cause I still need workers. I might build a third housing block over here just to account for these houses being demolished. I really wanted to change it, but I guess it's the problem of being a civic planner. It's caused too much upheaval. Oh, what was that? Olympia thinks highly of me. Great. How does Lorien think of me? He's dedicated. In fact, everybody likes me. Why have you started liking me again? Oh! So every time I help out Olympia, it makes all my other vassals like me more. And Lorien's getting pretty strong now. Trouble is, so is everyone else. Why are you going down?
I have come down from Mount Olympus.
Right, what do we do now? Also, how many rabble can I send to battle now? That's rather quite impressive. Thank you. Don't mind if I do. Got housing for 301 more people. That should be enough to get these 3 wharfs up and going. I've got all the troops I could possibly get without building another couple of houses here. I don't need them anymore, for the time being anyway. Great, so I've got a bit of spare workforce. I will crew this up. Only need another 40 or so to crew up the other one, and then we will set sail and see what happens. An exploratory committee, if you will. I also want to, because I'm making a lot of money now, and I don't know why. Exports, taxes, even tributes, not that. I thought tributes would account for more. Apparently this whole business I've got going on over here is quite profitable. Or it was anyway, until it shut down. So I'll stick some towers up. Oh wait, I can't. Not invented towers yet. Oh well. Let's get you set up and we will head off to Delos. Come on, Lorien, we'll have a great time. Is he riding on the back of it? He is as well. Lorraine's going hot and cold with the bronze situation. I don't know why, there's plenty of bronze there. I know I've been there. Well, I haven't been there, but I've been there virtually. I think, as I said in video 1, I've never actually been to Greece. But I wouldn't mind going. It's definitely on the to-do list. The trouble is that this is how I want to see Greece. Like this. I know you can sort of... You can go to Sparta, and it has got the original Sparta there, but it's... The trouble is, and I had this when I went to Rome, it's just ruins. Like, you have to use so much of your imagination. Maybe I'm asking a bit much for a culture from more than 2,000 years ago to still be around and flourishing in like a little dome for me to peer in from the outside world. But it's what I'm looking for. Housing with 200 more people, we might finally be able to put the wages down. Because I am sick to the back teeth of these people and their high pay. I think it's disgusting. Good, good. Clean sweep. Presumably there's room for more housing on the other side. Oh, look at that, it's very efficient. So efficient, I'll even have a hedge maze on this side here. In fact, no, I will go for a fish pond. Look at that. And that's a nice little self-contained community. Nice! Most martial by Jingo, our army was victorious at Delos, and their leader, Timocrian, is ashamed. It's the same chap. He's the chap who wanted to be our ally earlier. Delos is now ours. To celebrate our achievement, you can build a commemorative monument. I don't think he likes me though. Tell you what. Why don't you have some marble? And... Ooh. Where can I put a trading key? Will they let me have one here? I think so. So I've had that like that. And put the roadblock in there. And then I can sell all my marble, my excess marble. And then I'm going to buy some more grapes because we've got a good deal going on here. I'm going to buy some fish as well. It's very profitable, this invading places. And then there's more call for employment, so I can't sack these people yet. But it's nice to know that Lorian's still loyal. He's pretty lukewarm. Because I've wiped out his strength, that's why. I wonder how many people made it back. See, I've got no feedback mechanism to know, like, was it too many, was it too little? It seemed like too little to me. I mean, I guess I could invade Sardis and just weaken them and then send another one to Sardis and hopefully finish them off. It might take 2 or 3 attempts. I'm hoping with each attempt I will weaken Sardis just that little bit more. I've got 2 battles going on, one with the Persians and one with my own economy. Because I've really... Actually, I think I'm winning that battle. Look how much money I've got. Is there anything else I can do to, like, with an import-export kind of thing? And here we are, exalted by Jingo, our brave warriors have returned from their triumphant assault on Delos. Yep, back at the Delian League. Where are they? Is everybody coming through here now? I can't see them. Oh, there they are. Well, they seem a little I mean, is that all of them? Just those 4 left? 4 there. 5. 6. 6. That's not too bad. I lost like 2 men there. Lovely. So that's a good place as any to wrap this up. We've invaded Delos and everything went hunky dory. They don't like us much, but they've got a nice big slab of marble to say sorry, and sorry for letting the Persians invade in the first place. And then next time we will go for Persia properly. I'll take on Sardis. There's also Hattusas, but that looks like I can just leave that alone. And then that's it. Once I've conquered Sardis, this will all be over, and I will do that in the next video, and I will see you there.